In today's video, I will show you how to install Microsoft Fara-7B agentic-ui model on your computer locally. To install Microsoft Fara-7B model, your computer should have NVIDIA graphics card with sufficient VRAM. Okay, so this is the basic requirement, and other prerequisites include Windows subsystem for Linux version 2.0, Docker desktop, and Python version 3.10. Additionally, you have to install magentic-ui, and this is the most tricky part. Microsoft Fara will run through it. After installing magentic-ui, you have to run a few commands to deploy Microsoft Fara-7B AI model locally on your Windows machine. Here I will show you a complete step-by-step method to install and run magentic-ui. So let's start. To install magentic-ui, we will use this official documentation available on GitHub. If you scroll down this page, you will see the prerequisites here. I have already explained you about these prerequisites earlier in this video. So let's install Docker desktop. Open your browser and type Docker desktop download, then click on this official link. Additionally, we have to install Python 3.10. Click on this link and you will land here. Download. Double click on Docker desktop to install it. So you have to close and log out of Windows to complete installation. So the Docker desktop has been installed. Now let's configure it. Let's launch Docker desktop. Here you have to sign in with your work or personal email address. I will select personal. Then use this sign with Google option. After installing Docker, you have to configure its settings from here. Go to settings, resources, WSL integration, enable the integration. Settings, resources, WSL integration. This checkbox should be selected. Then click apply. Keep the Docker desktop running in the background. Now let's install Python. Now the next step is to install WSL2. Before installing WSL2, you have to enable it. Click Windows settings and type Windows features. Then click turn Windows features on or off. Select this Windows subsystem for Linux checkbox and then click OK. It will install the required files. After that, you need to restart your system. After restarting your system, launch Windows PowerShell with administrative rights and type this command to install Windows subsystem for Linux. Press enter. WSL has been installed successfully. Now here you have to create username and password. This username should be different from your Windows username as mentioned here. Let's close this window. Now all the commands should be run in Linux environment. These are the commands required to install magentic-ui, but these will not work now. Before running these commands, you have to run two different commands. Here these are. If you have created a username and password in Linux environment, then use these two commands. If you have not If you have not created a username and password, then use these commands. So I have created a username and password, then I will use these commands. Now here you have to type the password only for once. After that, run this command. I will provide these commands in the video description. Now, execute these commands one by one. Copy this command, paste it, press enter. Now copy second command, paste it here and then press enter. Now copy this third command to install magentic-ui. Okay, the commands have been executed successfully. Now run magentic-ui. Copy this command, paste it, press enter. Okay, so the Docker is not running. Let's close it repeatedly and run Docker again. Let's run the command again. Okay, so this time these commands worked. I have restarted my computer. If you encounter the same issue despite running Docker in the background, the command does not work, then close all applications, then restart your computer. After starting, first launch Docker. After that, launch Ubuntu and then execute the commands to pull the required Docker images. First, you have to run this command, then run this command. After that, run this command. The installation has been successful. Copy this address. When you right click, it will be copied automatically. Then open your web browser and paste the web address here. Then press enter. The magentic-ui has been installed. As you can see, you can sign in with your account from here. All the installed agents will be available here. After installing Microsoft Fara-7B model, you can select it from here, agent settings. Okay. Now let's execute the commands to install Fara-7B. Do not execute the commands here. Launch a separate Linux window. Then run these commands one by one. So all the required components have been installed. Now the next step is to run this command. But this command will not work on my PC because Fara-7B AI model requires NVIDIA graphics and I have AMD graphics. Let me show you. As you can see, the runtime error, and you can see here that 0 active drivers found. Here you can see that the command has installed the required NVIDIA components, which means that it requires NVIDIA graphics. So what you have to do is first run this command, then run this command, and after that run this command. After that launch magentic-ui. How to launch magentic-ui the next time when you start your computer? First launch Docker Desktop, then launch Ubuntu. After that, copy this command, run it, then copy this command, execute it, and then after run this command. Now go to this address, just copy this and paste it in a new tab in your web browser. Okay, so that's all in this video. Thank you for watching.